Happy days. What's up? Good morning, everybody, or from wherever it is that you're tuning in. You can see now. Am I here? Should be up now. There's a little bit of a delay, but I believe that it is all working now. Cool. For those that joined to our first session last week, welcome back. We did reverse applique, which was super fun. What we're going to do today would be my second favorite technique. It's super applicable to so many different applications. It's a mending technique at its core. We're creating patches to put onto clothes, bags, whatever it is. And the fun part is we can use like 100% waste materials to create whatever types of patches, snazzy little things. Like, I don't know what this is, but we can create our own shapes, put our own designs on there. So you probably saw this one in the opening credit before. So heaps of stuff that we can do, and we can just do it on a regular domestic sewing machine. We do need a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch, and then after that we can come through, mend holes in our garments, or add a bit of pizzazz to some other materials. So this is a larger version. So we've got basically two big patches that run around the whole piece, and it's done in the exact same way that I'm going to teach. Obviously we're not going to do one this big because it'll take freaking ages, but made a big patch, stitched it on the top, and then similarly here we've got a pink patch over the top of this, is like pallet strapping and stuff like that. So let's get into it. And next we're gonna switch over to this one. Nice. So there's 3 rules that we need for making patches. The first one is we want to, yep, that's right. We want to match the backing of the patch to what the material we're going to apply on it is. So I'm going to use these 2 materials. This is going to be visually what's on top of the patch, and then this is a backing. So if you're applying this to denim jeans, then just using 2 layers of denim is fine. But what we want to stop is this one here that doesn't have a backing. It's crinkled and warped, which is no good. What we want is a patch that holds its shape, that looks nice and clean, nice and stiff, but we don't want it to be too stiff. It's going to like obstruct your pants or whatever. So first thing, match the patch to your back. So this is a piece of canvas from the bottom of a tent, and then I've got some denim that's going to go over the top. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the denim over the top of the backing, and let's do just like a simple triangle. That's so. The second bit here is on a straight stitch, about 2 mils, is we're going to stitch the shape of our patch onto the with 2 pieces together before we cut it out. So don't cut the shape of the patch out before we stitch it on. You can, and just your life will be a bit harder. Run that through. Bingo, bingo. Nice. So we've got the two layers stitched together. Looks like that. Now I'm just going to come over and cut the edge of this off. Super duper close to the stitch. So we want this to be so close that when we come and do a zigzag over the edge, it's going to cover up that straight stitch. So sometimes, you know, we're talking like a mil off. Sometimes you might hit the thread. That's all right, because we're about to stitch it again. So now we've got a patch. It's a pretty tiny looking patch. And we're going to take it over to a zigzag stitch. And this time we're going to drop the stitch length. It was on 2. I'm going to drop it down to like 0.6, 0.75. So really, really tight. And as you'll see, this needle, the zag, which we call the outside one, is actually missing the patch. So the needle's completely off the patch, and then when we zig, it's hitting the patch. Little zigzag, little back stitch, and so that's what I mean. This is like that black edge is what we want, where it's fully covered. Whereas that it would just take a bit long. So now we've got our patch. We could go and apply this onto a hole, but we can also do what we call a bit of dodgy embroidery. So you can come and put like your initials or your dog's name. I'm just going to do a little V in here just to break it up. So we just got something a little more interesting, adds a little bit of character. Nice. Now to actually apply it to a piece, we just simply place it over the top. If this is on a pair of pants, you probably want to come through and pin this. Just bring it back over to a straight stitch. Make sure it's covering up the patch. Don't let your thread come out like I did. So this is where using the same stitch color helps a bunch. Get under there. Go on. Drop that back in. Nice. Bingo. Our jeans no longer have a hole in them, and it's got a triangle-y looking thing on them now. So step 1, match patch back. So make sure the backing of your patch is going to match the density of what you're applying the patch to. You don't want it to be too thin, don't want it to be too thick. Number 2, draw, stitch and cut. So our instinct is to kind of cut the shape of the patch out first, but we're going to layer our two materials together, draw the shape on there, stitch it together, then cut it out, and then we finish it with some dodgy embroidery. So coming and doing the edge of the patch and any details that we want to put over the top. So obviously we love recycling symbols around here and whatever this kind of smiley face is. And yeah, that's about it. So you can let your imagination run wild. Doing more complex stuff like this is no harder, it just takes more time. Thanks heaps, team. Appreciate you all. Any questions, shoot me a message.